Scherzer is looking to reduce the damage. The home run ball has been a problem. 4 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts.
Jackson Holliday's dad, Matt Holliday, is 45. Scherzer is almost as old as Jackson Holliday's dad.
The 1-2. Hit on the ground over the right side of the mound, and it pinballs into center field. Base hit for Holliday. He's now reached safely in 14 straight games, going back to the end of August. And Dylan Beavers getting ready to bat. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Holliday goes again. 3-2 is up and in for ball 4.
See if Gunnar Henderson can keep the fun going. He has really struggled of late with runners in scoring position. 1-2 pitch is smoked to right by Henderson. Up over the leaping Lucas and ringing off the right field wall. Holliday's coming home. Beavers to third and a stop sign there. Gunnar Henderson absolutely waylaid that slider to the right field fence, and he brings in the first run of this game before an out is recorded.
The pitch to Tyler O'Neill is hit on the ground towards short. Hesitation, but the runner takes off from third. Jimenez gloves, throws on to first for the out. Beavers in to score. RBI ground out O'Neill. 2-0 Orioles with 1 out now in the top of the first.
He hits a ground ball to second. Big hop for Clement. That's the second out as Henderson comes to third. A couple of strikes on the third baseman, Emmanuel Rivera. And Scherzer gets him. Max Scherzer giving up a couple of runs to the Orioles in the top of the first, and it looks like he may have had something else going on, whether it impacted his pitching or not, hard to say. You can see him licking his right thumb there, and as he came off the field, he showed Vic Carapazza, the home plate umpire, it looks like he may have a cut on the back of his right thumb. Chris Bassett had this recently, and it's just from the index finger kind of snapping after the release of one of his pitches, and the nail, or the middle finger maybe, cutting the back of his thumb.
Yeah, I think Sagano has given the Orioles really everything they could have wanted. They didn't bring him in to be a #1 necessarily, but they did want him to be on the mound, and he has towed that rubber every time he's had a chance. 4.5 ERA is not terrible in the American League East.
George Springer pops up an 0-2 breaking ball. Jackson Holliday into shallow right center puts him away.
Guerrero had a huge night yesterday. Right on right. He swings and smashes this one back off the leg of Sagano. Doesn't know where it is. Basayo has got it in front of the mound. Throws on a first. It's in time.
But Sagano is hobbled instantly. He was hit in the right foot on Sunday against the Dodgers, and he just took a 113-mile-per-hour comebacker off the bat of Guerrero. And Sagano will walk off the field under his own power after a 1-2 painful 3 first.
So Scherzer trying to make quick work of the bottom of the order here in the second inning. He's gotten the first 2, and now he will face Kobe Mayo, former 4th-round pick of the Orioles back in 2020.
1-2. Mayo, little flare, center field, and this drops. And the Orioles with their 3rd hit so far against Max Scherzer to keep the inning alive for Jackson Holliday.
Down and in instead, skips away. Mayo with a dirt ball read takes second. Boy, nicely done by Kobe with one of the best blocking catchers in the league back there, Tyler Heineman. Mayo was aggressive, and he gets into scoring position.
Got him. Gets the call on the inside corner. His 2nd strikeout of the afternoon.
It is still Tomoyuki Sagano. Albert Suarez is standing on the bullpen mound in right center. Sagano's out there for the 2nd.
Fastball, strike 3 called over the inside edge.
Just his 2nd strikeout against the Jays this year. 43 batters faced.
Strike 3 called. So far, Tomo Sagano, after that comebacker, he looks just fine. 0-2, cut and a miss, strike 3. Tomo Sagano, what a response. After getting hit by the Guerrero comebacker, he comes out there and strikes out the side, getting Barger, Schneider, and Varsho.
But the Orioles have something cooking here.
So 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Here's Tyler O'Neill, who picked up an RBI on a ground out in the 1st inning.
Foul tip, strike 3. Scherzer punching out O'Neill for his 3rd strikeout of the start. 1 down.
Here's Samuel Basayo. And he lifts a high fly to shallow right. Jogging in is Lucas, and he'll make the catch. 2 down. Little chopper towards short. Jimenez charging it on to first in plenty of time as Scherzer gets out of a 2-on, nobody out situation in the top of the 3rd.
1 out, bottom of the 4th.
And this ball to first. Diving stop. Mayo. He underhands to a covering Sagano, and that is one of Kobe Mayo's finest plays at first.
It was a sinking liner, and he had to dive to his right to field it, and then he made an accurate flip to Sagano, running towards the bag, 2 away.
Guerrero down to third. Rivera is there. And it's a 3 ground out inning for Tomoyuki Sagano. He's through 4 brilliant innings against the Jays.
It's now 8 in a row set down by Scherzer.
Yeah, and Max has thrown down the gauntlet to his hitters now. Said, okay, I gave up my runs. Now you guys can score me some runs. And he gave up 2 more runs in the first inning, and nothing since.
Change up, hit in the air to left. Going back is Schneider. Pulls up and makes the catch. And now 9 in a row set down by Scherzer. Still 2-0 Orioles. Addison Barger leading off the bottom of the 5th.
And the 2-2. Lifted deep to right. Going back, Beavers. Turning at the wall. That ball is out of here for the 20th of Barger's season.
Actually, it wasn't a terrible pitch from Sugano. It was a sweeper down and in. Might have actually been out of the strike zone, but that's the happy zone for any left-handed hitter. Addison Barger just drops that barrel and hammers it over the bullpen in right field. What a swing from him.
So now the tying run is out at second.
Now Clement lost one to center field. Colton Cowser is driven into the shadows to make the play. He'll throw to the cutoff man Henderson as Schneider tiptoes to third, but there are 2 down. Heineman skies it into right field. Dylan Beavers gives way to Cowser. The inning's over. Jays get a run back. Strand the tying run at third, and the Orioles maintain the lead.
Tommy Nance into the game for Toronto, ending the start of Max Scherzer with the Blue Jays trailing 2-1 beginning this 6th. Line and caught, leaping at third by Barger. Second time he's made that catch in as many days. And there's 1 out.
Hugging the line against O'Neill, and he didn't have to really extend. That's a line drive right over his left shoulder. He makes the catch.
Runner on first. 1 out, 2-1 Orioles, bottom of the 6th.
Maybe, just maybe, 2 more hitters for Tomo here, even with the pitch count dramatically low. Little ground ball to short, got a chance for 2. Henderson in time with a stretch by Mayo. Second inning ending double play of the game, and Sagano leaves Guerrero on deck after 6 terrific innings.
And now the Orioles, Enrico Garcia in hot water. First and second, nobody out. And Davis Schneider will bat. Ground ball hit to shortstop. Henderson has it to second for 1. The relay to first. Make that 2. A double play. 6-4-3, and they're 2 away as Guerrero now stands at third base. The 3rd ground ball double play turned by this Orioles infield today.
23rd swipe of the season for Gunnar Henderson, and he's a possible 3rd run out at second base.
So he's in scoring position, 2 down, and a 2-2 count on O'Neill.
And O'Neill hits a dribbler in front of the plate on the line. It's fielded by Heineman. He took a gamble there and tried to field and spin and throw before the ball could potentially roll foul. And O'Neill reaches first with 2 down.
Basayo, see if he can come up with a big hit. Probably going to have to do it on a breaking ball or an off-speed pitch, which has been his nemesis.
And Basayo strokes one in the air, deep to left field. Snyder's at the wall. It's off the wall. Kicks away to Varsho in center. Henderson scores. O'Neill stops at third. Samuel Basayo off of Sir Anthony Dominguez's super weapon splitter torches the ball to left field, and the Orioles lead by 2.
1-1. Line out to right center. This could be trouble. Dive from Lucas, and he got it. Nathan Lucas saves 2 runs, taking away a hit on a diving catch.
So there's a runner at second now, and you flip the lineup card over. So you go from Jimenez, who doesn't hit much, to guy in George Springer, who's been not only one of the best hitters in the American League, but one of the best hitters in all of baseball this year.
Bounce to the left side, running stop at short. Henderson throws falling away to first, not in time. Safe as Mayo fell off the bag as well. Springer into first with an infield hit. Up to third goes Ernie Clement, and the Blue Jays bring the go-ahead run to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-0. Line and through into left center, a base hit. In to score Clement. Springer makes the turn. He goes first to third. It's a 1-run game. 3-2 Orioles. Bottom of the 8th and the tying run on third after an Alejandro Kirk slump-busting RBI single.
That's ball 4, so it's not an intentional walk, but that walk will load the bases. Barger's been called back, and here comes Kiner Falefa.
Aiken sets, delivers. Hit softly on the ground to first base. Mayo playing off the line has got it. Races to the bag, gets the out, and Aiken, maybe he gives up one, but he is able to strand the tying run at third and the go-ahead run at second base. They're left loaded by Toronto as we go to the 9th inning. Orioles 3, Blue Jays 2. 2 gone here in the 9th inning.
1 for 3 for Mayo, who has been pitched really, really well today.
Mayo blasts off to deep left field. Kobe Mayo with a long home run has given the Orioles another 2-run lead. Absolutely crushed a curveball, and Kobe Mayo unleashes one of the most impressive swings of his second big league season.
A 2-hit day for Kobe Mayo, punctuated and pounded with a long home run.
The 1 down, and now it'll be Dalton Varsho.
Varsho squares to bunt, drags it with him. Aiken off the mound, bare hands, and throws it away down the right field line. Varsho taking off for second, and he'll get in there with a bunt hit and an error to put him in scoring position.
Keegan Aiken will exit 2 outs away from the save with a couple of righties coming up. It's enter Cano.
1-1 pitch. Line and down base hit left field. Stop sign put up for Varsho as it's put back in quickly by Carlson in left, and no need to risk it with Varsho. They have the tying run on now in Ernie Clement in only 1 out. 44 comeback wins for the Blue Jays, most in baseball.
Sometimes they take a while to get going, but once they get going, they always make it interesting, trying for another come-from-behind win.
1-1. Hit on the ground right side, and through into right field. Varsho in to score. Stumbling around to third, Ernie Clement. It's a 1-run game, and the tying run on third after an RBI single by Joey Loperfido.
So the tying run at third, the winning run at first. Here's Jimenez. And a base hit into left center. Clement comes in to tie it. Jimenez delivers.
They just keep doing it. No matter who's at the plate, they believe in everybody on this roster. And Andres Jimenez, with his 4th career hit against Yanier Cano, ties it up.
They might get knocked down to the mat once or twice, but they are never out of a game. And now George Springer set up with a chance to win it.
And catcher's interference is the call. Catcher's interference on Basayo, and that will load the bases. 42,000 standing at the Rogers Center. Joey Loperfido 90 feet away, hoping to race home. Kirk in the box. Fly ball left center. Loperfido back to tag. Here he comes, and the Blue Jays win the ball game. A guy who didn't even start the game has 2 of the biggest moments in it. A guy who had been 0 for his last 19, Buck. A pinch hit RBI single, and then the game-winning sacrifice fly.
Well, Alejandro Kirk has the pedigree as a good hitter, and boy, did he come up big for the Blue Jays today.